Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to, yes, we managed to squeeze one more episode into Stage 3 because it was suggested by more than one, I'll call you all participants, you're kind of participating, that we should move the cut, otherwise the group transferring to the finals is going to be enormous. So we dropped that to 18. So if you hit 18, that's a bust now instead of 21. And what that did was leave behind 15 qualifiers for the final. As you know, we run, as you can see there on Cardi B, groups of 4. So there's a group of 4 over there because we need one carryover into the finals group. And I think that the bottom 2 down there on the bottom rung, the lower garage, were chosen just because I was like, I have no recollection of why LoLo didn't finish, nor why Bluebird didn't finish. Makes no sense to me. So the GFO didn't finish because his servo horn had apparently gotten bent out at stage 2 at deadline, and we just didn't notice it. So he's got a fresh servo horn on. He should be good to go. Daphne didn't make it because the BA MTZ were not the jam. She was also, the radio that is closest to you in frame right now is her brand new RC4GS. She was fitted with an Airtronics MX3X. And as I was out here doing an unrecorded, undocumented tire testival where she went through about 8 or 9 sets of tires, her reverse was super weird. The MX3X is basically back from the analog days, and programming it to operate with a AM32 to run an outrunner is something it just genuinely does not like to do. They're pretty okay with fusions. They don't really have a problem with fusions. But for some reason, AM32s, I would have to set her throttle trim to like plus 70 just to get the ESC to initialize. And this really impacted both when you would let off the throttle, like if you were going to try to give it a quick blip of reverse, sometimes it would happen, sometimes it wouldn't. So as I was running that tire testival, we changed out her radio. She went through, as I said, it was 8 or 9 sets of tires, finally landing on Tusks. The same exact inserts that were in her Groundhogs, the same inserts that were in the MTZs, they are now in that set of Tusks. The bottom 2 are unchanged question mark, because I can't remember why neither of them made it. They are trundled out. If there was something broken, hopefully I repaired it. So we have one transfer spot. So this is wild card week. 4 rigs enter, 1 rig remains. The 3 lowest scores will be eliminated, and we're going to go in that order. We're going to go GFO, Daphne, Bluebird, and LoLo. And this is the way it's going to work. Everybody gets a full pull. Well, everybody gets the potential for a full pull. But basically, if GFO goes out there and puts down like a 6, if you go over 6, you've already busted. So it's winner take all. There's only 1 carryover position. We're not putting a point max on it. They could do whatever. I think all 4 are capable of putting down a decent score. I think all 4 are capable of putting down a competitive score in the finals. So this is sometimes what you do. We can't go into the finals on 15. Wild card round, GFO up first. The conditions, as one might be able to see, we got a little bit of the water from the sky, which does not occur very often around here. But the sun has already poked out. It is already quite warm on my back. And you will most likely be able to watch the rocks drying as this transpires. Within the 30 minutes or so that it will take to record this, these rocks are going to get dry. So for these guys running the tires that they are, it's 3 giant concepts and 1 set of Duratrax. It's basically just going to act like clean rocks for them. I don't think conditions are going to hamper their performance much, if at all. But, you know, race day is race day. So you got to do what you got to do. GFO up first, Daphne, Bluebird, LoLo. Wild card. Let's get it done. Rolling out first, our man GFO, who was honestly did pretty okay with not having largely functional steering. So we hope that that translates. It already looks like we don't have steering to one side. I have no steering to that side. And then we have a bunch. I just fixed this. I just tested this. Does the universe not want the now that looks normal. Does the universe not want the GFO in the final? Is that what's happening? I don't know what's happening. So ProTech 370 TBL up there. We should have plenty of that. That looks like full lock to me. Ish. Drop, 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 but don't fall. Drop, but don't fall. So 6. Okay, well he's still, okay, that turning circle is ridiculous. What is happening? That's still 6. All we did was drive in a circle. Get this rear end to scooch. We need to scooch a little bit. Oh, something is really weird here. Like, I don't understand. He's got a decent amount of steer. Okay, sure, all right. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be. And he's through there. I have, much as when the, look at that front tire, much as if the servo horn is bent again immediately, I have no steering that way and so much this way. Okay, 8. All right, so we're just coming down. Oh yeah, we have half the turning circle the other way, but even so, that is enormous. He tested and was absolutely perfectly fine. So what, 10? And then we're not going to have nearly enough steering to make it onto the bridge because for whatever reason, this is servo on axle. 12. This makes no earthly sense. Suspension is working. Everything's working. Did I say 12? 12. What was that? What was that? I don't know. I'll leave it to y'all's discretion. Did he make it through 5? It looked like he made it through 5. So we will, look at this. That is a 9+ foot turning circle. And we're already in the lava. I'm not docking him for that reverse. So that's 16. 16 or 23, depending on whether you think he cleared 5 or not. But look at the ease that he can make it through 6. We'll give him a little. Okay, he's gonna roll here because we took it wrong. Maybe not. No, look at that. Anybody else rolls out there? It's a shame. It really is. He has almost no steering to the left. So that would be 18 or 25, depending on how you feel about it. I don't think that he's hit a gate yet, but that is full lock. And the steering, the front tire looks like it's at about a 25-degree angle. 18 or 25, depending on how you're scoring it. I don't think, you know, there's the no steer, but once we get some weight transfer off of that tire, this guy is going to have the worst score that, like, honestly, he looked super capable all the way through. GFO GFO, it's sad to see you go, but I have to think that a 18/25 is not going to carry. We don't know. It might be an absolute disaster, but 18 is basically was the cutoff. So he would have been. He can leave in pride knowing that. Oh, look at it pulling. Look at it pulling. I'm not. That's no steering input. I think he's just. I think it's bent already. So the score to beat is an 18 and or a 25. Daphne coming out basically new tires, new radio, and a very, very different trigger feel. A little push there, a little push. Is it going to stay clear? Yes, it does. Once again, it's tusks, you know? It's tusks. Oh, the low speed. I don't know if I've ever felt this level of low speed on her combo. Still running an AG Innovations Ninja. Will that have enough grip to pull the front end around? Yeah, it kind of did. Stay out. Oh, that's rough. Rear grabbed when we wouldn't exactly want it to grab. Look at that low speed pull though. Oh yeah. The tusk is giving her the feel that she has way more overdrive underdrive split. Oof. Almost accidentally cut it real fine there. It's genuinely weird to follow up an Element axle with a TRX4 and feel like we have 5 times the steering in the TRX4 axle. TRX4 axles are not, they don't have the best steering angle in the world because they have a very robusto output to the portal box. This feels like an otherworldly level of maneuverability. Can we get a portal slide here? We need that rear to settle a little bit more. Right there. And we need the rear axle to not bind heavy there. I want to see if that rear will move it around. No. So we're going to take a 2 there and hope that 2 was enough. Yes, it is. Through with certainty. We've got portal clearance. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Oh, bumpers in. Oh, wow. All right. This is where she turned an MTZ into a donut. Yeah. We were, how long has Daphne been a resident here? We've been missing out on a level of low speed that I had previously been unable to locate. Like, this feels super different in all the best ways, and of all the tires that she has tried in the past, again, it's always a tusk, isn't it? Right over that. I try to go right over that little point of a rock. She clears it with nothing. 1 gate strike, which was unfortunate. 1 reverse through 6. That was an effortless 9, which could very easily have been a 2. So that gate strike is kind of leaving the door open a little bit, but 9 is pretty good. So a 9 is certainly a low enough score that Bluebird knows what he's got to do. 9 is solid for everybody that's run. Getting into single digits was not particularly easy. This is I have to say. Okay. Did not see that at all. Thought we were well far enough. So that's it for Bluebird. He has to run perfect for 7 gates. This could be the shortest run in stage 3. He can't roll here. He can't touch a gate. He is using a technique that only he has, which is 20% overdrive in the front axle. And he has switched into the 40% in the 10 Pro box. So he's basically just attacking the course at 6/10 dig here. You can see the rear tires barely moving. And what we got to do is we got to try to get up this face. Nope, that's a reverse. All right, so we're on 9. We're having to use a lot of the overdrive to try to line us up reasonably well. This is down in 20. We're going to drop down right here. Ooh. And then I'm making a guess here. There are no handbooks for where to engage 60% underdrive. We got to stay up. Using some absolute trickery to get through there. It's a breath holder all the way. Sitting on 9. How does a 10 Pro axle enter 7 compared to a GRP? GRC? GRC? I thought he had it. I thought he was going to be able to hold it. That is as far to the white side as we could have gotten. The hunk just got slid down a little bit. Bluebird points out, and Bluebird did. This is kind of a redemption song. You know what? Let's just let's take him through the final 2. So that would be a 16, which would that would put him in 2nd place on the day. If you wanted to be rude about it, you'd say that it was the first loser, but Bluebird coming across, he can't be mad at that performance, honestly. It was gate 2. It was gate 2. Just brushed it, and sometimes that's how your competition ends. Competition is a fickle mistress. And as I said, I have no recollection of how LoLo didn't make it. So LoLo is coming out last to run in stage 3, unless there's a miraculous 9 and we have a 2-way tie. I do not know how Bluebird hit that white side. I took the exact same entry. The too low feels positively surgy compared to Bluebird dragging his rear end across 70% of the course. All right, Megalithics, show me your initiative. Now, one might make an argument, and I think that that argument might have some merit, that, yeah, LoLo going now, I turned in too soon. Maybe not. Maybe. Slipper clutch, everybody. Slipper clutch. We've run this a couple times. We've been through green line. Look at that tightness. Yeah, there might be an advantage to running absolutely last. We try, you know, but I play no favorites. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. Come on, Megalithic. That's 2. I want to see a 0, you know? Everybody that goes, I want to see a 0. Some don't have them in them. Some don't get the lucky breaks. And now I'm getting distracted by my own inner monologue. I'm like, has anybody hit 5? Like, a lot of people have hit 6. Oh, don't over-transfer. Don't over-transfer. Stay up right there. Stay up right there. Come on, Megs. Come on, Megs. Don't go for that risky side. Okay. All right, here it is. Here it is. Keep that side up, 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 up. All right, no guarantees. It ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. Don't be that, remember, everybody's seen it, right? What is it? There's a cyclist, and they raise their hands, and they're off the bars, and they pump their fist, and then somebody just zooms by them, and they finish in second. We've seen runners do it as well. What we don't want to see is LoLo do it. What happened to LoLo? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's your 16th spot. LoLo tying Jake the Snake. And was there not one other? Do we have 3 rigs on 2? 3 rigs on 2. Carrying to the finals. So there you go, and there you have it. Wildcard week, LoLo coming out with a 2, which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It qualified. So what we're going to do is Daphne with her 9. Daphne is going to be the alternate in the finals. If somebody has some sort of catastrophic mechanical failure, Daphne will move in to take that space. The scores that they landed on are effectively meaningless because the wheel of names shall be used to pick the running order. And I'm going to take all 16 names, I'm going to put them in the wheel of names, and I'm going to have it pick and eliminate until it goes all the way down through the 16. The finals is a fresh start. Everybody starts the same. And, you know, I got a minute here. The finals all takes place in a single counterclockwise travel around anomaly. Right over here at the base of this post, that's gate 1, 2, 3. That's gate 4 going up that doesn't have balls on it because it has to be repaired. 5 is Hans Booby on the other side. And then it's just side hill madness for 6, 7, 8 and finishing here at gate 9. The way we're going to do it is there is going to be no point max on it. This is going to just be the score. It's going to be whoever makes it. I will take a little bit of the mystery out of the entire affair, out of Crawlympics 24/25. Jake the Snake would have to finish dead last in the finals for me to not consider him to be the overall victor. He was second place at Mavericks, first place at Deadline, tied for first at Green Line. He has been thoroughly impressive all the way through. And do you remember the time at Mavericks where the teeter broke him and his rear link stabbed through one of his tires? Like, triumph over adversity, right? That, he wasn't even on his last lap. He could have had a faster lap. So who knows what could have been. And he held on to first place at Mavericks for so long, and no one beat him at Green Line. He was the first to put down a 2, and he still holds on to that 2. LoLo, a worthy carryover into the final. Group of 16. Next we meet for Crawlympics on a Wheeling Wednesday. You thought I was going to go all the way without saying it, didn't you? Next we meet, it will be the first group, Group A. There will be A, B, C, and D. Basically, there will be no second chances in that. And the leaderboard is going to sort itself out pretty quickly. There are no eliminations. It is the round of 16. There will be one winner of that final thing, but we're kind of treating it more like this is a pentathlon is 5 events, a heptathlon is 7 events, and a decathlon is 10, a biathlon is 2, triathlon is obviously 3. What is an event of 4 things? A quadrathlon? Do we not do competitions of 4 things? Well, guess what? We do here. So when you tune in for the next one, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the final entrance into Crawlympics 24/25, which is an incidental quadrathlon. I look forward to seeing you in that. I look forward to seeing you in the comments below. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you next time. Remember when I said a few short minutes ago you'd be able to see the rocks drying out? It's a dead of winter, everybody. It's a dead of winter. We can't flex on a lot. Gas is $5 a gallon, and almost nobody can afford to live here, but that's a Southern California flex.